A blind knight that uses echolocation, viewing the dark, treacherous world through sound. Trapped in a dungeon keep, endangered by combatants, where hazards lurk around every corner. Make sound to have vision, or don't and be stealthy. Avoid impaling threats throughout the dungeon to escape. Engage with other prisoners.
Rogue Knight I've been hearing about. Could you find the key and unlock my cell?
Free them to fight back with more allies.
Let's take this guy.
The dungeon labyrinth has many paths and even more traps. Struggle through the darkness to find your freedom.
When Alex became a god, he thought he would have no problems at all. Until... He landed in the divine dimension and was tasked with protecting the entire multiverse.
Am I connected to every single Alex Ambrose that ever existed?
Alex could travel across dimensions, defying the laws of time and space, to help other Alexes throughout the multiverse. But then everything changed.
No! Aw!
I have to go back and save them.
But if Alex went back to the mortal world, he would relinquish all of his power and his memories.
I don't have a choice. I must go back.
When Alex returned back to Earth, he goes back to being your average business tycoon millionaire, unaware that the people he cared most about are in danger.
Someone help me!
Yvonne, what happened?
I was attacked by a monster. Alex? What's going on? Get away from him! He is my boyfriend!
Who attacked Yvonne in the forest? What will Debbie do next? Who will Alex choose between the two women? Will Alex ever remember who he was before traveling into a different multiverse? To hear what happens next and whether Alex can stop the deranged monster before he strikes again, listen to the original audio drama, Insta Millionaire Returns, only on Pocket FM. Download the app now and find out.
Presentation.
This is Turn 200. It's Tommy Cook and Matt Williamson, and welcome back to the Frenzy. Yes, we're back here at Irwindale. This time there's no rain, but this time there is a jump at the intersection of the figure eights. It is round 2 of 4 for the RIL Figure 8 Frenzy. Welcome back. Welcome back, Matt Williamson. Thanks for holding the fort yesterday. This was crazy last week. We've got full-bodied stock cars and guaranteed hang time here today just to make things that much more interesting.
Yeah, I mean, we of course we had all the rain that added to the craziness last week, but we got cars that like to beat and bang, and we've added a jump in the middle of it. Yeah, the craziness is not going anywhere, and that's what the Figure 8 Frenzy is all about.
Well, it's not even that these cars like to beat and bang. They are going to be beating and banging. There's no choice about it, especially with the jump. These cars, as you're seeing right now, do not handle it very well. Much to the dismay of the drivers and their best efforts, it ain't going to happen. So 30 minutes of this, everybody's going to have to pit for a meatball flag. That's my certified guarantee. It's just a question of how many times you're going to have to do that and who can survive this. Because it's, I mean, quite frankly, it's not survivable.
No, I mean, well, the thing is, I mean, when you go over the jump, I mean, probably 50% of the time, you're barely able to hang on to the car, if you are at all. I mean, you have to hit that jump so perfectly to be able to actually land straight off of it. It seems just about impossible. So, I mean, without any contact with any other vehicles, you're going to find yourself spinning out, maybe hitting the wall, just like Em McCullen did there. And there's Dakota DeMade sliding up towards the wall as well. I mean, it is, oh, goodness gracious. It is just, it's tough. It's a tough one.
So we've lost 2 drivers from last week. No S.A. Shire and no Joshua Rutherford, but we've picked up a Nate Siefker along the way somewhere. So excited for Nate to get in on the action this time. This will be the first display on turn 200 of the 2 new street stocks, if indeed anybody is running the 2 new street stocks. The OG street stock has now been renamed to the Panther C1. We've got the Casino M2, which is kind of an old Chevy, like 87 looking car, and the Eagle T3 is more like the Chevy Gen 4 Monte Carlo. So I'm not sure who is all running what. The Panther is still free, but the other 2 options are on the table. Checkered flag is out. Anybody that's on a lap can finish it up right now, although so much crashing is happening, I don't know if anybody's going to be able to set a time or not. Regardless, should be ready to go to the starting grid. Thank you to everybody that's hanging out with us here again on a Monday. And hop in the chat. Let us know who you are, where you're watching from, and who you're rooting for here today, as 12 drivers are about to get in on the frenzy. The figure 8 frenzy for the second week in a row here at Irwindale, the first time with the jump. And it is last week's winner, Zach Flaum, with the pole. James Watson and Stephen Thompson. That was your podium exactly last week, and they start first, second, and third. Then it will be Cody Claiborne on the outside of the front row. Nate Siefker will start in the 5th position next to the demigod Dakota DeMade in 6th. JJ Wang and M. McCullen there on row number 4. It's Rowan Carnarvon on row number 5 on the inside. Peter Donchek on the outside to round out your top 10 starters. No quality times for Matt Schlosser or Corey Rutherford in 11th and 12th. And just like that, don't even have time for track conditions. It is going to get dark here. It's close to sunset. But the green flag is waving on a standing start. We're underway. Flaum with the early lead. Watson in 2nd. Not a good start for Stephen Thompson. He's all the way back to 7th and about to get turned by JJ Wang. And over the jump we go.
Oh, JJ got a little out of shape, but still able to keep it rolling. There's one behind. I think that was Matt Schlosser that looped it around off the jump.
Schlosser, no laps in practice or qualifying. He's coming in cold turkey as Flaum leading. Oh, Watson from 2nd has to hang on to it.
Whoa, there goes one. That's Siefker's around in the 2.
Big spin for the 2. And Schlosser again around in turn 1. Cody Claiborne in 3rd, posting the purple lap. The top 3 are nose to tail.
The problem with these street stocks in this jump is they don't get enough height. So if somebody's right underneath of you, you very well will make contact with them.
Things spreading out here right quick.
Seemingly, you think you'll be okay, but you kind of have to slow down. A couple of cars up in the wall. That's Siefker and Rowan. Matt Schlosser run around once again. Schlosser is feeling the effects of no practice here.
Yeah, Schlosser 3 for 3, spinning out into turn 1 as DeMade and Thompson battling, and JJ Wang. Oh boy.
And that was JJ that had spun out. There's another spin. That's Stephen Thompson. Wow, everybody. Oh, my goodness.
No! Cleaned out. Oh, James Watson's gone for a spin. Oh, my God. There are people everywhere in turn 1. Oh, and we have our first meatball flag. Nate Siefker, I believe, and Rowan all have to tow back to the pits here. James Watson has a meatball now as well. He's headed back to pit road.
Contact starting to happen between cars and with the wall. We knew that they were coming. They've come pretty quick.
Whoa! Schlosser! Oops. He didn't spin out that time. He just hit the wall head on.
The oops.
I'm sure he would have preferred the spit out. Corey Rutherford around from 6th. Zach Flaum has to serve a slowdown penalty here, but he's still leading. He's got the best car control I've seen over the jump so far. Cody Claiborne in second goes for a spin.
Oh, Seeker trying to get back in off pit road. Pit road entrance is pretty interesting. That may not have been Seeker. I'm not sure who that was.
Seeker is getting ready to leave his pit stall right now. So is Schlosser and Carnarvon.
We talked about this a little bit last week, but pit entrance is just... I mean, there's really nowhere to enter. You're just entering right to where everybody's going to be on the racetrack.
Dakota DeMade has moved up to third, but he has spun out. Zach Flaum got tagged by James Watson, but he only lost a little bit of time. He's still got a 5-second lead right now as he's in some lap traffic and some spinning traffic. Oh, boy. That was a shot right to the left rear tire for the 20.
Name of the game here is going to be as many or at the least amount of trips to the pits as possible here. That is for certain. And Flaum did a magnificent job of that last week. Can he do it here again? This is going to be a little bit of a tougher test.
Watson is back down pit road. J.J. Wang's on pit road. And McCullen is on pit road.
I'm really waiting for us to just have literally every single car on pit road one of these weeks. All at the same time.
Not out of the realm of possibility.
Whoa!
Flaum
DeMade
looks
got
so
kinda pushed
good on
high.
these. He's taking the jumps very well.
Oh, there goes Rowan.
Rolling around the Christmas tree.
Yeah, we've...
Thank you.
You got me there.
Thanks.
I also want to point out that we do have a callback to last week. Multiple hot dog schemes here. Matt Schlosser rocking the hotdogs.com paint. I don't know if I really even want to try and visit that website or if it's real.
No, it's for sale. He checked earlier, and that domain is available.
Oh, my gosh.
Isn't that something?
That actually is insane that is available. I think somebody needs to buy that up so they can sell it later.
Either be Matt Schlosser or Tim Robinson, one of the two.
That's called an investment.
Yep, and a wise one. Our race leader, Zach.
Huge shot!
JJ and James.
Watson going
Oh my
over the
God.
jump. JJ trying to go underneath. You just don't get enough height in these cars. If there's somebody there, you will hit them. They're too heavy. They just drop like a rock.
Zach Flaum with the Chicago dog car as Dakota DeMade from third. He's lost that spot now.
Yep, Stephen Thompson gets through to go to third after DeMade takes a little trip around town. What paint scheme is he rocking today?
Who?
Dakota.
Dakota?
Oh, it's Sailor Moon.
Is it a Sailor Moon?
Yeah, it is. I'd like to know the price of hotdogs.com.
That's the real kicker there. There are some tasty domains, quite literally, that are up for grabs, I'm sure. But what is the going rate for those?
Oh, Seifker has to pull off track yet again. Was vying for ninth.
James Watson around again. He slipped back to sixth now. He's nearly a full lap behind. He is a full lap behind Corey Rutherford, actually.
Oh, Flaum! Wow, had to really hang on to that one, but is able to do it.
Flaum's got the golden horseshoe right now. He's borrowing it from Andy Poliski. Can he continue to survive? Still a long way to go here, and he has not had much trouble so far.
Claiborne not super. Oh, McCullen goes for a spin. Multiple in front of the leader.
He didn't hit a single thing. He didn't even hit a cone.
No, he did not.
Oh my God! What are Rowan and James Watson doing in turn 4? They were stuck in a Rule 1. DeMade and Schlosser down pit road. DeMade from 4th.
Corey Rutherford up the most spots here this race. Didn't take a qualifying time. He's now up to 4th after passing DeMade, who's down on pit road.
Rutherford's got about 3/4 of a lap to catch Stephen Thompson. Still Flom leading. Cody Claiborne's keeping him to about half a lap. They almost intersect there.
There's a lot of almosts at this track.
Mm-hmm. It's 50% almost and 50% total disaster. Speaking of total disasters, Venom Truck Series tomorrow night at Laguna Seca. That'll be interesting.
That's going to be a very interesting one.
Stephen Thompson in from 3rd. I don't see a meatball flag. As Corey Rutherford just lost 4th back to Dakota DeMade. I wonder what Zach Flam's tires look like after a run here.
Oh, goodness. Not sure I want to know. They go pretty quickly in this car.
We'll find out.
I need to make sure he tells us before he goes down pit road.
Cody Claiborne with a loop in 1. Or rather in 3. He's back going. Oh, there's Zach Flam around for the first time. God. Somebody got body checked into the tire barrier there.
There were like 3 cars that all just smashed into each other right there.
So that's Flam's. Oh, boy.
Claiborne gets hit by Corey Rutherford. I think Claiborne definitely has a wheel issue here.
Oh, yeah, that's a meatball flag for Claiborne.
Not able to turn to the right. Gonna try and make his way to the pits.
Say, Flam's first issue of the race timed out well with Claiborne's first issue, and then all of a sudden Claiborne with big problems. He has lost 2nd now to Stephen Thompson, as Flam, I think, got clipped on his way through the intersection, but is still going straight. Car doesn't look too bad.
Flam has officially lapped the entire field now that Claiborne has gone down pit road.
Again.
Thompson right behind your leader in the 20, but is a lap down.
Wonder what it is about the figure 8 format that particularly suits Zach Flam.
I don't know, but he's been putting the work in. That's for sure.
Won by 2 laps last week. Up by a lap right now. Still over half the race left to go. And it's going to get really dark here. Maybe dark enough to the point where we might not be able to see anything.
Oh, that's good. No lights
We'll
on these
find out.
cars.
No, certainly not. I think there is lighting around the track, but I don't know if it extends to the infield or not. I should say there is lighting here in real life. Oh, Flaum gets turned around with M. McCullen there.
Pretty slow, but
Makes it through the intersection just barely.
Thompson was hung up as well. I don't think gained any time on that incident.
And that was M. McCullen getting sent back to the pits now.
Oh, my goodness, that was close. Schlosser right over the top of 2 going underneath. Here's a great battle for position. Corey Rutherford always spins it out. DeMade goes through to 3rd.
Those guys are battling hard for a spot on the podium. There's somebody dragging something. That ain't good.
Oh, there's Schlosser. Schlosser is spinning out a lot over the jump on the jump landing. But as is just about everybody else. Oh, there goes another one.
That was Donchak.
Yeah, that was Peter Donchak. He got really hot into that corner. Wow, look at the front of that thing. That looks like one of the dirt track buggies that they use to start cars back up.
I was gonna say that. I think that's the 4th Street stock that's coming out.
The Derby stock.
Yep. Corey Rutherford in 4th with a meatball flag. So that puts that battle for 3rd to rest. Oh, Flaum gets turned around right behind Rutherford there.
Oh, that's JJ Wang hard up into the wall.
Oh my God.
Here comes Thompson, but again, not for the position. This is to get back on the lead lap.
I wonder what he'll do. Or what he'll try to do anyway. I'm not sure anybody has any control other than maybe Zach Flaum. That's borderline.
Flaum's definitely got what it takes right now. He's looking a little beat up, but hasn't had to take a trip down pit road.
Oh, there it is.
Little bumper. Slows both of them down. JJ Wang. Oh, no! Wang gets in the back of Flaum.
Flaum almost went straight into the barrels there.
By the way, according to GoDaddy.com, thought I'd throw that one in there for the race fans. HotDogs.com currently is supposedly taken. Wouldn't be surprised if James Watson went and gobbled it up here before the stream started. But it is available for purchase. I don't know what type of fee that would be. Just the broker fee for GoDaddy to try and go get it for you is $120. So I can imagine that the actual domain would be quite a bit more.
Yeah, probably. Hello to Lucas Ward in the chat. We need a theme now that we're in the back half of this race. Hot dogs are so last week, you know?
That is true. You're not wrong. How about hamburgers?
The logical jump there, yes.
Or barbecue? I don't know.
Ooh, okay.
Maybe salami would be the next place to go. I'm not sure. Oh my God, somebody's upside down. That is M. McCullen.
Oh no, it's M. McCullen. And that's oh no, the race leader is tangled up with 4 other people in turn 1. And McCullen has to tow back to the pits. I'm sure they are not feeling 22 at this moment. You know, 22 upside down is 55. That's a fact. You cannot dispute that.
We got to look at the replay of that incident right there. We caught just a glimpse of it.
Oh, Flaum goes for a spin again. And Thompson's back on the lead lap.
Flaum's had some issues in the last few minutes, but I mean, Thompson's been able to gain a little bit of ground, but hasn't really been able to capitalize big time.
Well, Thompson just had to take oval turns 3 and 4 after just missing the barrels there at the end of the inside wall. So he's now back to a lap down. Thing is, though, even just being 1 lap down, he will very much come out ahead if something happens to Flaum where he has to take some required repairs.
I mean, the hood on that thing is looking pretty worse for wear. I don't know if it would take a whole lot more to force him to go down pit road.
No, it's definitely a little more wedged than how it started this race.
Oh, no! What in the...
He went wide in the barrel. That's going to mess up the right front tire for sure.
Oh, it's off the ground.
Oh, yeah, meatball flag. He's got to come. No catch-up. More like no right front tire.
And he can turn. I was concerned he may not even be able to get turned down into pit road to get to his box. But he does. Now the question remains, where does Steven Thompson come out after all of this? Thompson looking pretty fresh with a new, fresh car right now.
I would imagine once he goes over the jump, he will take over the race lead.
And there it is, folks.
And there he goes.
Oh, and
again,
then
maybe not.
And then he spins out. Yeah, you're right. And now it's showing Flaum back in the lead again.
I wonder if Flaum cut.
Oh! Oh! Just right on top of the hood. That was that was crazy. Looked like a bird dropping on somebody.
Swoop.
An eagle trying to get its food. Oh, Flaum stopping on the track. Does not want to try and get in the way of that big group there.
So whatever happened, Stephen C. Thompson still chasing down Zach Flaum, but the gap is 8.5 seconds with 11 minutes to go. A lot more twists and turns here in the figure 8 race. Yeah, Heath Smith, come join us. We'd love to have you in the remaining 2 figure 8 races of the season. We're going to Slinger next week. I think that's in the rain. I'm not 100% sure. I won't be here for that. And then we come back to Irwindale for the season finale. Yes, and one of us has to be.
May have to have a guest commentator for that one. We'll see.
Ooh.
See if I can find somebody. I need a partner to do these goofy races with.
You need somebody with the worst hot dog take you've ever heard.
I mean, I already have you.
Okay. Thought we were in line on the hot dogs other than mustard.
No, you don't you think mustard, you don't like mustard. Mustard goes on the dog. That is a deal breaker if mustard isn't on the dog. I thought we were going to drop the dog thing here. You said second half of the race we're dropping the dogs, and here you are.
Oh, you just won't stop talking about mustard.
Oh,
speaking of mustard.
Speaking of dogs and mustard, Matt Schlosser in the hotdogs.com card just gave somebody a big helping of mustard there.
The hotdogs.com card. Oh, that better be on a Venom truck tomorrow, or I'm quitting.
Wow, there are cars all over the place right now. Claiborne and Rutherford are right. Oh, no! Rutherford gets turned by Claiborne. That's for position. Claiborne is
poor Corey Rutherford.
Claiborne's going to stop and let Rutherford go by because he thought that was a little bit of a dirty move, I think. Either that or Claiborne has a problem.
Both?
He's going now. I think he felt bad about that one and gave Corey the spot back.
Plum got turned around. He's going again. Didn't hardly lose any time. Pressured Lusher in the chat. I thought we were running the Super Dave car today. I was looking forward to seeing it out there.
This is the race, unfortunately.
No, we do a 30-minute race, and then we do a full field double invert. So it's the exact same order, and we run a 4-hour race.
A double invert. That's good thinking there, Tommy.
Thanks. Time my genius is recognized.
Well, Claiborne and Rutherford are pretty close to getting at it again here. Claiborne catching Rutherford about a second a lap for the last couple. I think Rutherford had some issues, but has clear track in front of him.
Steven Thompson is closing in on Zach Flaum as well. He's been a couple seconds quicker the last few laps. He's cut it from 12 seconds down to 7.
Oh, and Rutherford skips the jump there.
Now, there is a way you can do that where you won't pick up a time penalty, but you have to do it perfect.
Oh, Claiborne is around. Even if
There
Frisburg
goes
did
that.
have a slowdown, it's not
My
going to matter
God,
at this point.
Peter Donchak!
Jeez.
He landed on top of Stephen Thompson and flipped almost into the grandstands.
Everybody's landing on top of Stephen Thompson, apparently. That's like the third time today. Let's take another look. You got a 2-for-1 there. I think he hit Rowan as well, right into Thompson.
Would it
2-for-1
surprise
green
you?
light special.
Would it surprise you if I told you you picked up a meatball flag out of that?
That, shockingly, that would not surprise me.
There's Joshua Rutherford in the chat. Hello, hello.
Oh my goodness, Plow just about got it there.
$619 left to go. Can I get a
Booyaka.
booyaka? Thank you. What? My God!
What in the world?
What the hell was that?
That was Matt Schlosser. I don't know if he was headhunting somebody or
I was
what.
gonna say there must be a bounty out that we're not told about.
I don't know who that was.
I think that was Schlosser.
Well, I know Schlosser was the one that cut across the track. I'm just not sure who he was aiming for.
He was aiming for Flaum.
Oh,
He about got him
goodness.
too.
Thompson must have some money up for hitting the 20.
Except-
Oh, no! Flaum's around off the top.
Flaum landed on somebody. He's gonna get it back. There goes Thompson to the lead, and Flaum's got a meatball. Stephen C. Thompson to the point.
I think the drivetrain on the 20 car is absolutely kaput after that.
If that happened in real life and he was able to drive away, it would look like a ladder.
Let's take another look. Here's Flaum off the jump. Doink. See ya, buddy.
Well, Thompson's got control of the race now with 5 minutes left to go. Dakota
man,
DeMade has just gone back to the pits. Watson's now on the podium again.
Thompson has come dangerously close to landing on another couple of cars here.
So Flaum is back out on the track, and he's about half a lap behind, and he just spun out on cold tires. Yeah, this one not over for sure. It's Thompson's car not looking pristine anymore. Looks like it's
Yes.
been landed on about 3 times.
Well, somebody's gonna have to latch that trunk, get the
Yeah.
rope out, and attach it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, track officials aren't going to like that one. It's gotta fit the specs at the end of the
Yeah,
race.
I don't think that's gonna fit the template.
God. Hey, Flaum, purple lap.
Plow on the fresh tires, and that was a
21-4.
that was 2 seconds faster than Thompson. I mean, at that rate, Flown might able to catch Thompson without really any issues for the 24. Oh, and there's an issue. Whoa, he's able to make a save, but definitely lost some time.
Shoo-wee.
Oh, and there goes Flown. Flown's around. Oh,
Yep.
and big contact there as well. There goes the splitter. Oh, my goodness.
Well,
That might be over.
it very well could be. Not seeing a meatball yet, but certainly a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage.
Stephen Thompson just has to keep it clean for the next 3 minutes, and will take the W here in week number 2.
I cannot
And-
see incident totals live, Joshua, so I won't be able to tell you until after the checkers drop. There are going to be a lot of contenders here, I would imagine. I think Corey would be in it. Schlosser would be in it.
I think Schlosser would be definitely in the conversation. Oh, Donchek gets landed on.
Oh, and Flaum, that was Flaum.
Well, Flaum's been around about 3 times in the last 4 or 5 laps.
Flaum's a lap down now.
Not in immediate jeopardy of losing second place, but if he has another couple of laps like he has previously, that could change.
Well, I think he's a lap clear on James Watson as well.
And in fact, he's nearly around again. He's really struggling with the handling here.
It's not quite gotten as dark as I thought it was going to. 2 minutes left to go. Inside of that, Watson around again. Dakota DeMade around again. Watson around again. And a meatball flag. So Corey Rutherford might be on for a podium here. Minute and a half to go. Stephen Thompson just needs to not get launched out of the park here, and he may have this one. Easier said than done, though.
Yeah, we've definitely seen a couple launchings, that's for sure.
Matt Schlosser's making his own track. I haven't seen him on the racing surface in probably 5 minutes.
I think he's trying to get the pit road, but he cannot turn left. I think his car's so damaged it just will not go to the left. Now he's trying to back it down pit road.
Isn't 3 right turns a left turn?
Something like that.
Oh, Thompson nearly got creamed there in the figure 8. He's gone for a spin.
Yeah.
And there goes Flaum by, but again, that's for Flaum to get back on the lead lap, and they're coming to the white flag. So Flaum needs something to happen immediately. And Schlosser just hit the inside wall from the outside. Oh! What a way to get your first win here on turn 200 in the figure 8 frenzy of all things. Stephen C. Thompson, a winner here at Irwindale.
Oh, and Flaum goes for another spin, but Rutherford not in the immediate vicinity. Should still be able to hang on to second.
Corey Rutherford able to get by on James Watson, so Rutherford's on the podium. He's going to finish third, and Zach Flaum then, out of order, will come home in second. Yeehaw.
My.
Stephen C. Thompson, third place finisher last week, beats the incumbent Zachary Flaum by just under a lap. Gonna celebrate with some donuts.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the good question. What kind of donut do you like?
That's I forgot to mention this earlier. This really cracked me up when we got into the stream. Stephen Thompson has on the front splitter backwards so you can read it while you're in front of him in your rearview mirror. Trying my best. And tried his best he did today. Came away with the victory.
It was enough. High incident total here today. Rowan Carnarvon. I think the winning number was 61, maybe? That number's sticking out to me for whatever reason.
Oh, my God.
This week, it's 113.
Oh, dear.
So congrats to Rowan on that. Hopefully some bonus points coming your way. But let's get the full finishing rundown here. It is Stephen C. Thompson with the win, Zach Flaum in second, and Corey Rutherford 3 laps down in third. We'll hopefully talk to these 3 gentlemen in just a moment. 4th place for James Watson, 5th place for Dakota DeMade, 6th for Cody Claiborne, J.J. Wang in 7th, Peter Donchek in 8th, M. McCullen in 9th, and Rowan Carnarvon in 10th. 11th for Matt Schlosser, and 12th for Nate Siefker. I aspire to achieve, says Rowan in the chat. Indeed, you have achieved here today. So we'll wait now for Corey Rutherford, hopefully first.
I saw Steven hop in there for a moment and then left, but hopefully he'll be back here in just a little bit. Oh, there he is.
And Corey says I have to set up my microphone, so we'll give him just a second. 1. Haha.
That's it.
Was that funny? Yep. Okay. Matt, do you have a quick stand-up routine? You have anything prepared?
I mean, I'd like to give you my opinion on donuts.
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
I don't know. This might be pretty controversial, but my favorite donut of all time is the blueberry donut. It is unbelievably good, incredibly slept on, in my opinion. You don't need all the fancy chocolate frosting, no sprinkles, although a close second is just like a regular vanilla frosting with sprinkles. I do love a good sprinkle.
I would go with a blueberry donut hole, maybe with a light glaze on it. I could go for that.
Love that.
But it wouldn't be in my top regular donut choices, I don't think. But I respect. There are certainly worse choices. And maybe we'll hear some of them. Because we'll now talk to Corey Rutherford in booth 200 here. Welcome back to the podium. You've survived the frenzy here with a third place finish.
I'll take it.
I mean, what can you say driving the Duff Beer car here today? It was a wild one, to say the least, as by design, really.
Yeah, I figure eight racing is a beast of its own. It's so much fun, but in all truthful, I was actually running on my controller tonight, and I was sitting on the living room couch because I didn't feel like getting in my rig. So that's why I had to set up my microphone, because I didn't have it set up because I was running on a controller.
The recipe for success. All right, Matt, what do you got?
Alrighty, well, I mean, while you're, using your controller to play, iRacing, you might be able to also at the same time eat a donut. If you were to be eating a donut, what would your favorite type of donut be?
My favorite type of donut would probably be the good old chocolate covered donuts. Those are the good ones. Although, and truthfully, I was actually eating a bowl of M&Ms.
Ooh.
That's acceptable.
That's a good
What's your favorite M&M? You got any the special ones or just the regular one?
Peanut butter M&Ms all the way.
Those are good. Those are very, very good. I agree. So anybody want to shout out or say hi to?
Well, I got to give a shout out to my dad and my brother. I'm pretty sure my brother's sitting out in the living room watching the race. He was mixing music, so he wasn't able to get into the session on time. So, shout out to you guys for everything that you do week in, week out. Check out CJR Graphics on Trading Paints and Facebook. And yeah, that's about it.
All right, partner. Go have a donut. Go have some M&Ms. We'll talk to you again here soon.
Thanks, fellas.
We will bring up last week's winner. Second place here tonight for Zach Flaum. Where did it all go wrong?
Right in the middle. I jumped.
Figuratively or literally?
Well, literally on the track. It was about 2/3 through. I got my first meatball because I jumped and hit somebody in the middle, and then served the meatball, got back, and was still in the lead, and then I had another one where I just was stupid and ended up getting wrecked and had to do another drive-through to get a new car, and then it just didn't want to land smoothly after that. So,
what were your? Did you check your tire percentages after that first run?
I did not. I'm sure they were hot. I actually did probably 20 laps of practice, and I think the tires were down to 70% on the right sides, and it was very much I was genuinely thinking maybe it would make sense to pit for tires in the middle of the race, but I didn't do that, and it all worked out fine. It was just hectic, like a figure eight frenzy should be.
Matt, what do you got?
Well, first of all, congrats on the run. Second of all, thank you for the wonderful Chicago dog paint scheme you rocked for us here tonight.
Not a problem.
Really enjoyed that one, but we're switching gears a little bit here. Still a food question. Still
Love
a food question. What is your favorite type of donut?
Oh. I think I gotta go with like the normal, like kind of fluffy donut with chocolate frosting, or a chocolate cake donut with chocolate frosting.
Ooh.
But I did have actually a very good donut today that was almost like a croissant kind of deal
Ooh.
with it had like fresh berries and stuff on top. It was very good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Little croissant.
Well, a little cronut, if you will.
Well, from cronuts to go nuts, it was a nuts race out there. But a first and a second in the first 2 weeks, not too bad. Improving yourselves quite handy here on these figure eights. So shout outs for you once again.
Shout out to you guys for broadcasting. Shout out to Dakota for the absolute stupid idea that this is and getting it run. It may be stupid, but it's incredibly enjoyable. And gives me something to do on a Monday night. And other than that, just go buy Echo Blade on Steam. You guys know the deal. Yeah, that's about it.
All right, partner. We'll talk to you again next week.
Yep, thanks.
Oh, I almost moved myself out. We won't do that, but we'll bring in Stephen C. Thompson as a race winner here on Turn 200, and it happens in the RIL Figure 8 Frenzy, week number 2. With the jump, you jump up a couple spots to P1 here tonight. Congrats.
Yeah, thanks. I think it was kind of a luck of the draw again, just like last week. Corey, Zach, James, and I all had spots up front. Just depended on who got the unlucky break of whose wreck was worse. There was a few times there where I thought I was going to get a meatball. Zach got the unlucky draw on that meatball, had to pit, and I think he said it best. Everyone who stays clean is going to be up front, but you really did have to time it this week. Car did not like going off the jump, so you had to find some space and baby it before it decided to tail whip you off into the turn 4 wall.
Of course, by design here in the figure eights, you can only control so much. You had at least 2 that I saw, probably more, cars land directly on top of you. That car was certainly looking worse for wear. I think you're going to have to replace the trunk next time you use that street stock, but I'm sure some nervous moments throughout this race.
Yeah, I was wondering what was left on the car. There was it's kind of a first half wreck and a second half wreck. Something happened where I pit and had the radiator almost blow because it was like 260, 270, and then the oil was 280, and I'm like, that's not good. So I pit just to fix it, and then as soon as I fixed it, it got wrecked again. So I didn't know how much was left on it. It just said you got damage in various places, so I just tried to hang on for it. Coincidentally enough, fastest lap came 3 laps to the end, so it doesn't matter how damaged that thing is. The fuel load is what matters the most. I'm just lucky, again, to not get a meatball and stay out front.
All right, Matt, let him have it.
Well, first of all, congrats on the run. I think everybody probably had damage in various places. But we're going to stick to the food questions here this week. Question for week number 2 is, what is your favorite kind of donut? Because you got to do some donuts here for us tonight.
Yeah, whether do you differentiate between a Boston cream and a Bavarian cream donut? Because if those are interchangeable, I'll take those, but I don't know what makes them different.
I actually don't know either. That's a great point, but I love a Bavarian cream donut.
I can't say I know the difference.
Yeah, I'll just do your job for you. I'm just glad to not get beaten by a wiener 2 weeks in a row. So the hot dog cream cars were in trouble again this week.
Oh, lovely. Well, maybe what car is next week? Is it the MX-5?
Miata.
Miata, yeah.
That it's
so
Slinger.
maybe, yeah, it's Slinger.
Oh,
so
goodness.
I was gonna say maybe you could rock a Long John car next week, but that car's not very long, so we'll figure something out. But regardless, a nice job here tonight. Who do you want to thank? Who do you want to shout out?
Again, just you guys in the community. I'm glad that Dakota got to do some running last night or tonight. But thanks again for him putting it on the league. Shout out to everyone who's watching out there, whether it's my sleeping fiance, sleeping baby, or family out there. I appreciate you guys putting this on, and it's fun for us to make some highlights for you because it definitely feels fun driving in those cars.
All righty, partner. Go join the family as a winner. We'll hopefully talk to you again next week. It's Slinger.
Thanks, guys.
And for the record, I would probably say Bavarian cream-filled donuts, preferably with vanilla frosting, is my number one. I'd say number two would be an apple fritter.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like that.
So
with pastries of all kinds.
And my favorite M&M, rest in peace to the crispy M&M. Very slept on. I wish they would bring it back, but it ain't never coming back. So
yeah, I am just the straight up peanut. The peanut M&M is the goated M&M. There's no doubt about it.
I like the peanut butter. I like the pretzel. I like the caramel one too. Yeah, basically just the regular M&Ms are my least favorite. Anyway, good race here tonight. I think maybe. Believe it or not, I think there was less attrition than I thought there was going to be. Maybe you feel differently about that. There was certainly a lot, though.
Yeah, I mean, there was quite a bit. I mean, the thing is that a lot of folks were spinning out, but they figured out how to not just smash into the wall after they spun out. I think that was the big problem in practice, is they were getting off that jump and then just heading straight towards the wall. But they were able to corral it. Even if they spun out, they were able to really keep from damaging the cars too much. But of course, you have your landing on tops of each other incidents that kind of do the meatballs for you. So, but yeah, I mean, still quite a bit of attrition. I mean, it ended up coming down to a couple of trips through pit lane for Zach Flaum that really sealed the deal for Thompson to get the win there. But I mean, really, really fun stuff for these guys, and great moments for us as well. Thanks to everybody that was watching. Quite a few people were viewing the stream, and quite a few people in the chat as well. So thank you guys for tuning in. Good leaf here after the great running that they had here on the figure eight. That was a fun one to watch, of course. Excuse me, Joshua Rutherford at Mullet Music Productions. Heath Smith, hopefully we will get Heath in here for either next week or the week thereafter. The Lush, Crusher Lusher, Matt Schlosser, and Lucas Ward. Thanks, Lucas, for tuning in. Appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, that's going to be it for us. Tommy, what do we got coming up? We got one tomorrow, but kind of a short week.
Yeah, kind of a short week because we got no Thursday action, of course, with July 4th being on Thursday. And still no Wednesday action. We have canceled the Daredevil recruitment race, just for the record. That was scheduled to be on July 10th. For a number of reasons, that will not be happening anymore. So Daredevil coming back in a couple weeks here on July 17th. In the meantime, it is the Venom Truck Series tomorrow night at the usual time, 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time. The Shred White and Blue 90 presented by Santa Cruz Skateboards from Laguna Seca. That is Trucks at Laguna Seca tomorrow night for the Venom Truck Series. Get ready for that. That is going to be a lot of fun. And that's the last thing we got here until next week for the Mission Art Challenge Top Split Strength of Field, which, now that I think about it, is probably going to have to be on tape delay because I will not be, I almost said out of the country. I will not be in state. And I believe you will also be out of state. I think we're trading states on Sunday.
We are. You and I are we're trading places. I'm going to be in Illinois. You're going to be in Tennessee. So I don't know. Maybe we just give each other the keys to the rigs and do a little swap-a-roo.
Well, unfortunately, I'm going to be in Knoxville. So that's going to be quite the drive for me to get over to your house on Sunday and to turn around and go right back to the vacation. But yeah, regardless, I think we're going to have to tape delay that for maybe until the following Sunday as well. We'll have to figure out how that's going to go. So, yeah, really is a short week here because we'll just have the Venom Truck Series and then RIL Figure 8 Frenzy back next week with the Matt Williamson exclusive broadcast on Monday nights. That will be from Slinger. It's one and only appearance in the Figure 8 Frenzy calendar for week number 3 of 4. So, yeah, that's all we got. If you're going to celebrate Independence Day, be safe on July 4th. in the days preceding and following that as well. And I'll be safe up and down the road on vacation as well. Thank you to everybody with the RIL community. Thank you to everybody in the Figure 8 community. Thank you to the GOAT, the one and only Mr. Matt Williamson. Until we meet again here on Turn 200, I am Tommy Cook saying so long from Irwindale Speedway, where Steven C. Thompson is a winner here on Turn 200 in the RIL Figure 8 Frenzy. Have a good night, everybody. This has been a live broadcast on Turn 200. Be sure to hit subscribe and hit the bell to get notified of when we go live next. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you again soon.